All right, hi everybody. I'm Tom McAllister. Welcome to episode 2 of the Somewhat Okay podcast. I'm here with my co-host Tim.
Hey.
We are going to be. We have a special guest coming on tonight. I don't know if he's going to be here now. He said he's going out to, help orphans. So that's great. We're gonna have Austin Bender on here later.
He's buying
Shut
alcohol.
up. He's gonna be on here later on to join us on some topics.
You know, Tim, you could just shut the fuck up and let it seem like I'm a good person.
Give him a second.
You just gotta, give him up.
You just
Jesus,
sold him
I had
out,
to
dude.
unmute myself just so I can make
just
sure that
sold
Tim
him
knows how
out.
big of a piece of shit
That's
he
fucked
is.
up, dude.
All right,
All right, so Austin will be back later. What topic should we jump into first?
Well, we have a myriad of very good ideas.
We do. And we can always come back. Oh, actually, I want to revisit something from... I didn't even tell you about this. I want to revisit something from last podcast because I said we were going to go back to it in the last podcast, and then we never did. So we'll go back to it now. We'll just pretend we're in last week. Which, by the way, I'm going to try to make these podcasts... What day is it? Tuesday? Monday? Monday. Yeah, I'm going to try to make these podcasts every Monday. That is the official schedule that I'm going with. So,
Gotcha, boss.
last time we were talking, somehow kids came up. And
Oh, god damn
I actually have two topics I want to come back to. And I asked you if you wanted kids, and you said yes, and then we never elaborated on it because I said we'd come back to it, but we didn't. So, elaborate on your kid wantingness.
Well,
Sounds bad when I put it like that. Go on.
God damn it. Yeah, I mean, one day, somewhere in the future, whenever I'm not a piece of shit and maybe attractive and maybe have a personality, I would like to have
two
kids.
or three of those things down.
Because you know what? The world could always use with more genetic hybrids of me.
I can agree with that. I feel the same way. Although I also feel like I can't think of a time period where I'm going to be ready to do that kind of thing. Like, it sounds great. It's like, yeah, cool. You have a little human being walking around, but I've seen my brother raise my nephew, Draven. And the cool thing about being the uncle is when he starts crying, I can just hand him back to his parents.
Like,
I'm like, you're not fun anymore. Okay, go play with your dad. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not blind to how tough it will be. I mean, it's definitely a task.
It's gonna be rough.
Having a kid means that a lot of your attention is going to be focused on it. But it's just like, I think the payoff is good. I mean, first years are going to be absolute shit. No doubt about it. That's going to be
That's just
fucking
a
terrible.
fact of life.
They're just a bitch just crying constantly, and then eventually they start growing up, but then they start asking questions. They're trying to figure out what life is, while really not worrying about it. So it's just like, you could answer like those people like, Dad, who's a true god? I'm just be like, son, that's a giraffe. Straight up a giraffe. And if anybody at school says otherwise, you punch him in the face.
I mean, yeah. I'm just gonna tell my my kid to punch people in general. So. Oh fuck, dude! I'm having such bad allergies. I hate this shit.
Oh shit.
Anyways,
honestly, I do have bad allergies, but it's not that bad so far this spring.
It kicks my ass the moment spring starts. I wake up and I'm just like, it's here. It's arrived. See, I told myself I cannot wait for winter to end because I am tired of this cold shit. But then in the back of my mind, I was like, as soon as spring hits, we're going to be like, damn, I wish it was cold again because I hate these allergies. And I'm exactly right. And I do it every time. Every single time. Now that we're past the kid topic, I actually want to segue back into something else from last week because if you remember correctly,
it's throwback.
We talked about how giving the homeless money is killing them faster. Now, when I said that, I was saying it as a meme, right? I was saying it to be funny. However,
yeah, sure.
A YouTuber.
Hold up, there's something going on with my Discord right now.
What is it?
Let me see. It's just lagging.
My mic being funky?
No, it was just okay. I think it's good. There was just I couldn't hear anything for a minute.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're good now. All right.
Yes.
So apparently this YouTuber took my advice seriously.
What?
A YouTuber who tricked a homeless man into eating Oreos filled with toothpaste and joked it would clean his teeth as he is poor faces 2 years in jail in Spain. He poisoned.
Okay, let's be honest. Like, the Latin YouTubers are pretty fucking crazy.
They are. They really are. And this guy, this homeless man was like poison from eating these toothpaste Oreos.
That's sort of the current state of YouTube, though. Just a bunch of assholes doing asshole things.
I just can't believe and I've also heard this guy has like videos of him torturing his cat as well and stuff like that.
What the? Oh.
And this guy's got like over 1 million subscribers, dude.
What the fuck? If only he had the same mindset of the motherfucker who shot himself in the fucking head.
I just found out some more shit. So apparently this YouTuber's name is Redset, by the way. Redset. And he filled sandwiches with cat feces and fed them to school children and elderly people as well in another prank.
See, I hope that's fake, because if it isn't, well, either way, he's just an asshole, but how is that oh, congratulations, you ate shit.
It's like, what goes through your mind to where you know, I think of fucked up shit often, but I never do it. That's the difference between me and this guy. This guy thinks of it and is like, I should actually go out and do that. Like, he was gonna kill someone if he wasn't stopped. Like, that was gonna be he was like, how can I top this? And he was like, what if I do a shooting prank where I actually shoot people? And then he was gonna go out and murder people, because that's just the level of, like, this guy. We need to note, he's not psychologically well. He cannot be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that definitely doesn't sound very good.
So
it's just, like I said, if only he had the same mindset of the motherfucker who shot himself in the goddamn head with a Desert Eagle.
Which one was that?
Like, it was a few months ago. There's this family, right? And the mom and dad are YouTubers.
Oh, I know who you're talking. They tried to stop the bullet with a book, right? Yeah.
Yep. They tried to use a single copy of an encyclopedia.
Google search, like, just that, and you would get your answer before you had to go out and murder your husband.
Yep. It's just like, nobody was just like, let's shoot this beforehand.
Yeah. Or even just research the power that is behind a fucking Desert Eagle. Why that gun?
Literally a Google.
Why such a huge gun? But that's like, I mean, it's not a huge gun, but in comparison to like something else you could have chosen,
in comparison to other
like a Glock or a 9mm, you know, just something else, right? You could have chosen something smaller. That's like if I fucking was like, let's see if this 357 can pierce through a book, right? It's like, what?
Yep.
What is your what is the end goal here? I don't understand.
Well, hey, since he's out of the equation, that means they can't make any more children. Which, by the way, I think they had two.
She's in jail, isn't she? Like, she's going to prison, right?
Yeah,
she has to be.
I think so.
Well, tell you what.
She has one kid. I think that's now just like in the orphan system. So good luck with not being fucked up.
Either her family or his family gained custody of the children.
I don't think either of the genetics.
I don't either, but that's the law system that we have now. Like, honestly, did you see? Did you see the video of that woman? I think she was like a bail bondsman or whatever, and she murdered this dude, like shot him to death as he was climbing out the window of her office. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I remember.
And her son's like standing next to him.
She like was saying just like, wait, shit, Discord's fucking up again. Let me just disconnect and reconnect.
There he goes. And he's back.
Okay. Yeah.
But
yeah, she was just like, yeah, he reached for my gun, and she didn't even like.
She got the gun out. Like, he didn't even know the gun was there until it was being shot at him.
Oh fuck!
That's such a. And she got off, dude. She didn't go to prison or anything. She just got off, like that, like it was nothing.
Yeah, that's.
And
fuck, I remember seeing that. Just like, what? How could what?
Oh my god, yeah.
Climbs out window and pulls out. It's just like, oh yeah.
And then like her
Pulls drawer
son
out.
is like, "You shot him," and she's like, "You damn right I did." I was like, "Oh wait, she's innocent, obviously, of course. I mean, how could you see it any other
Had
way?"
no intention
Oh yeah,
whatsoever.
no,
Of,
completely innocent, dude. What the fuck? Obviously. Shit. Now,
that's
and I was talking the other day about if no one ever told me murder was wrong, I would just kill people. And this woman, she knows the law system. She's a bail bonds person. She knows it's wrong, and she does it. She's like the next level me.
You know what?
Like, I talk about homicide.
You actually had to.
She goes out and does it. We're like a match made in heaven.
Oh, see?
No, just kidding.
It's not
no,
a
she has a
good
kid.
thing.
I would never. That's been like, I don't know if that's like horrible or not, but it's just like,
What, to not date a person
yeah,
because
I
they
don't
have a
know.
kid?
I've been burned by it.
I'm in the same boat.
I've been burned by it. So,
Like,
and I don't want to go through that again.
yeah, I mean, you have prior experience.
Oh yeah,
It's
we've been through that whole
pretty
thing,
hard.
yeah.
But, like, I mean, it just depends for me, I guess. Just, like, sure, if she just, like, oh, yeah, I have a kid, it's like, oh, okay, I mean, if it was something I was getting invested in, I'd probably try to commit,
Oh, yeah.
do my best or whatever.
That's what I did.
But, I mean, for the most part, I
I
think I
think-
just sort of, like,
I
try to
think the
stay
main
away.
thing would be whether or not she's still like her and the father
Hung
are
up.
close, I guess, you know? Like if they're not in
Yeah.
contact with each other, maybe. But if y'all
Yeah.
like still communicate on a daily basis, probably not.
Yeah, it's
Because
just,
you guys have like a
it's,
bond that like is always gonna be there, unless you kill the kid, which I don't recommend. But yeah, that's kind of the.
it's never too late.
Oh yeah, you know, man, late abortions. What can you do? Just push them down the stairs. They're frail.
Wonderful.
Anyways, yeah, no, just yeah, I'm not really with that. So
Yeah, it just depends. Like, I don't know. This
that's
it's
a touchy it's a touchy subject, dude. Because you know, you say like, oh, I would, and then all these people are like, oh, but what about this, that, and the other? And then you say you wouldn't, and then all the single mothers are like, how dare you do this, that, and the other? And it's like, man.
the thing is, it's just like it's just something like if they were just transparent about it in the beginning, I think I'd be okay. Just like, yeah, I have a kid. They don't. It's not like we've been dating for like 3 weeks. Finally go over to her house and she has like 2 kids running around in her living room. Just like, oh, do you look after kids? And she's like, oh no,
these are mine.
they're mine.
It's
And just like,
oh no.
what?
Yeah, that's something you
Like,
should share.
what?
That's what I appreciate about a lot of the girls
Yeah,
on
that's-
Tinder. Is they're like, I know to swipe left because they're like, my kid is my life, and da da da. I'm like, okay, whoop. Move on to the next one. You know.
It's, yeah, it's. I mean, you know what? It's just layers of gray. You know what? If the girl was good enough, or no, not good enough. Not implying
Wow.
that our women are objects that.
No, it's
boys
okay.
have
They
to
are.
be classified.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh shit!
Continue. That was a joke, everyone.
But
I know it's 2018,
I mean-
but it's a joke. Continue.
if we were in Britain, you could get
Oh
arrested
yeah,
for
that
hate
would have been
crime.
hate speech right there, dude. I'd be in jail right now.
But I mean, if you know what, if a girl was like just worth it, maybe.
Yeah.
I could be the place of a
Yeah,
dad.
if it was a
guess.
good situation, I'd be fine with it. You know. Not if like. What if you started dating a girl and then you found out that she has a feral child?
A feral
Yeah.
child?
Like
Well, like they're just batshit
no, like they
insane,
were
or-
raised in the wild and she is like raising it now. Like
See, no,
that's what feral children are, dude. They exist. They're a thing.
See,
Yes.
No.
Yes.
you know what? I
Th- there's
refuse. I'm not acknowledging
Okay,
this information, Tyler. I refuse.
And they
to
like act
actually
like the
acknowledge
animal
this.
that they were raised by too. So you have to like, man, if a kid ever barked at me, I'd slap the shit out of him. Honestly, the kid made any kind of
Are
animal noise at me.
furries just evolving? Are they just
Are
like
they
this is
becoming
the
a real
next
thing?
step?
Oh man, I don't know.
It's like they finally grown up and they're just like, all right, I'll impregnate this prostitute and I'll just dump the kid somewhere. Then hopefully he'll become the creature that I never could be. Oh shit! Press F to pay respects to all the dragonkin. They
What
ain't
was
being
the?
raised.
I saw. Hang on. I saw a post the other day that had to do with Dragonkin.
Oh no.
It was like it was on R That Happened. Do you know that subreddit? Where it's just like
No.
it's events that people obviously fabricated. You know, like the ones where everyone claps at the end. Those kinds. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just...
This kid was like, it's really hard being otherkin because kids make fun of me for wearing my tail to school, as they should. And
You're
then
not
he was
wrong.
like, even the teacher makes fun of me. Ah da 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 da. And then eventually he was like, but it all changed whenever I said. The teacher said something to him like, you know, you can't live in this fantasy world. And supposedly he went, the only fantasy world I want to live in is the one where homophobes like you aren't teacher. Also, the teachers called him faggot, apparently. The
Oh,
teacher was
shit.
like, you can't live in this fantasy world all the time. Faggot. And I was like, oh, wow. The teacher just said
Oh.
faggot. Are you sure about that?
Whoa.
Because I know my job would be in jeopardy if I did that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's you can get fucked
Yeah.
over.
And so that happens, and then the kid's like, the only fantasy world that I live in is one where homophobes like you aren't a teacher. And then I punched the teacher in the face, and all of my friends cheered for me. And then one of the other bullies came over to me and said, hey, I'm sorry, I guess other kid's kind of cool. I was like, what?
What?
So wait,
That's
let me get these events right. So otherkin is fucking stupid. Punches teacher in the face. Wow. I was wrong.
Just puts up CG credentials. He's just like, he's on the street and people are just like, what happened to you? He's just like, you know, one day I was in class and I was speaking to one of my kids and I thought he was troubled. I thought there was something wrong with him, but he punched me in the face and told me otherwise.
Oh man.
Fucking knocked me out and I learned my
Punched
lesson.
me. I don't
there
get
and
how
then.
like in his head that was a win. I don't ever get how people like whenever they make up those kinds of stories and then they like it ends with them like physically assaulting someone. I'm like, how is that a win? All you did was hurt someone for having an opinion. Like,
It's not like they're just automatically just.
yeah,
like
my
I
mind does
looked
not
at my
change because you
example.
punched me in the face. I'm going to hit you back.
Pretty sure they
I'm
hate
going
you.
to kill you.
Pretty sure they hate.
Like,
Pretty sure they hate
yeah,
you even more
yeah,
now.
that's the thing. It's like, oh, hang on, I'm getting here. Tim, do me a favor. Make stuff up. Host the podcast for a little bit. I'll be right back. I got family stuff to do. So, just like ramble about
Gotcha,
something.
boss.
I love you.
All right.
I'll be back.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, my Discord's fucking up a bit, so I'm not sure how much you guys are picking up at the moment. How are you guys? I do not have a Twitch chat open, so I'm not sure if you can actually hear me, but you know what? We're gonna talk about a Tim topic, okay? We're gonna talk about something, you know? As you all know, I'm a pretty sad boy. Probably the saddest boy out there. And you know, I just want to speak about like the topic of being lonely for an extended amount of time because that's the boat I'm in. You know, just it's been about 3 years since my last relationship. We'll not dodge around that topic, but you know, for the most part, you need a coping mechanism. You know, it's like something to keep you going because I'll tell you, it gets to you sometimes. Really does. Self-improvement. It helps. I mean, you get healthier, try thinking better, and honestly, just like I think recently the most important skill I learned is just confidence. You know, just keeping yourself in a positive light because this is something I learned out of my first and only relationship is that you know you can't just look, hating yourself is not going to be pleasant for anyone else in the relationship. It's like if you're just being a complete asshole to yourself, then how do you expect somebody else to care for you? It's a pretty dark topic, you know. It's just pretty sad, but you just gotta cope. learn how to deal with it. Strengthen yourself. Self-improvement. I've been trying to diet recently, and you know what? I think it's been helping. And probably exercise is the next step because even though I don't eat much, pretty sure my metabolism isn't exactly getting any help from me just sitting around and being lazy. So I think that's the next step. Ah, fuck. I got my sad boy topic out. Used you people to vent, and now I'm just here, all alone. So, well, I mean, I guess in a sense I can chill. I'm not sure how exactly this will all pan out. Of course, it's in its early development, but I'm a part of the creative process of making a game. I mean, it's every nerd's dream, right? Finally make something your own. Trying to workshop a bunch of ideas. Trying to it's not gonna be something over the top. Guy I'm doing it with really he's into coding, but he isn't like full blown out. We don't exactly have artists either, so we're using a lot of the pre-made like RPG creator kits that are offered on Steam. And although I think it's already been discussed that commissioned artists will probably be a good idea to get like better icons and better assets. And honestly, okay, we're going on a bit off a tangent here. Just the fact that the internet right now is just so nice because it's being able to commission all sorts of stuff. I'm an avid 40K fan, and the amount of people who do commissions so you can create your own characters or chapters and being able to have models painted it just weirds me out. I don't know, just like the fact that D&D streams are able just to be held up by like, or they can have just like a lot more production value than you actually think, just because they're able to contact some artists, pay them like $15, and boom, they have like professional looking tokens and something to help attach viewers to. Because I mean, don't think it's just like DM might be impressive as all hell, but you know, it's still hard to have a visual representation, including like, and just being able to see it on like D&D sites like Roll20. Just it's nice. But getting back to it, just right now with the creative process, it's trying to focus on something sort of like animal based, sort of like animal hybrid based. I'm just trying to right now workshop all the characters. I think I already got the main one out of the way. I think he's solid. I think he's unique. He doesn't seem like he'll be that bad. We're gonna trying to work out for like a partner for him, and main problem right now is that we're trying to figure out what exactly is or like what type of world they live in, or like the main like is it going to be like a straight up RPG, or is it going to be a or just like a complete action adventure? You know, it's just the genre of the actual game, and it sounds bad that we haven't actually decided that yet, but you know, we're not exactly rushing. It's not that big of a deal, I guess.
I'm impressed, Tim.
Oh,
You know,
thank you.
I had to deal with a 4-year-old having a mental breakdown, so
Okay,
I'm glad you were able to hold the fort for me.
no problem. It was
What?
I was running out of
What
things
did
to
you
talk
even
about.
talk about?
Talked about Tim's sad boy time. I talked about
Sad boy time.
oh, well, it's not that bad. The situation could have ended up a lot more or a lot worse than it did. It just sort of
I'm glad
sucks. And I talked about
I mean, you mentioned it.
the game I'm trying to work on, and
You're working on a game?
just overall talk about.
You're working on
Huh?
a game?
Yeah, it's nothing gonna be like huge production value, but it's just sort of like a passion project, I guess.
Cool.
Using like the RPG makers on
Oh,
Steam.
yeah. I've opened that a couple times in my life.
I was just talking about how fascinating just being able to like, because neither of us like, my partner Gabe, he's capable of coding and being able to probably work the
Right.
system. But the thing is that we're not exactly artists in any sense. But I was just saying that it's impressive in like the world we live in, where anyone can like order commissions and get like really high grades like art just for like a few bucks.
It's much easier to like do that kind of thing nowadays. That goes for a lot of things too, I think, you know? Like distributing music's much easier than it was. Far easier. Fuck. I can't imagine like
Mr. Album Drop.
I'd have to be like standing on a street corner just being like, please listen to this. Please. I'm begging you. But like with Bandcamp and SoundCloud, like I have a platform where I can just like put my music and people are like, hey, this was under the tag of something that I like. So let me speaking of music, I almost forgot to advertise. Go to tommcallister.bandcamp.com. I put out a little mini album called Everything Sucked and Nothing Was Good. And I challenged myself to record it in a weekend. It's like 3 tracks long. So it's not going to take up a big chunk of your time. But if you want something that takes up a big chunk of your time, I did put out a LP called Depression Days on the 12th of this month, and it did really well. So that's for the longer boys who want longer music.
Fair enough. Chill. Gotta get your stuff out there.
You gotta do it somehow. And self-producing is the way to go nowadays because studio engineers cost a shit ton.
True.
There's no studios to go to where I live.
Which is sort of ironic for I'm not gonna say the town, just in case.
Well, we do have kind of a history. I think we can mention, we.
Yeah, I mean it's not like they'll know your address. Clovis, New Mexico. What
Buddy Holly recorded here in
Buddy
Clovis,
Holly.
And now we have no music studios. Thanks, Buddy Holly. You ruined it for us all.
It was a one-done deal.
Well, I'm guessing the studio guys were just like, well, we should close up. We recorded Buddy Holly. Like, we've won.
Yeah, I mean, it's over.
His death story is, like, sad as shit, dude. You know how Buddy Holly died?
Oh. I think so. Does that have something to do with the plane?
You are correct. It does. Do you know who Waylon Jennings is?
Wait a minute.
He's another musician. Him and Buddy were, like, touring together, I believe. They were, like, good friends. I think Waylon taught Buddy how to play the bass or something to that extent. And they were touring together, and one of them had to take the plane and the other one had to take a bus. And Buddy joked, I hope that your bus breaks down. And so in retort, Waylon was like, I hope your plane crashes. And then the plane did crash. And Buddy Holly died.
Yeah, that's...
And Waylon Jennings, he tells that story to this day. And it's still like, it haunts him, of course. I can imagine how horrible that must be for Waylon to...
Yeah.
Whew.
I mean, I tell fucked up jokes to my friends, but I mean, if I ended off in a note like that would definitely be crushing.
I can't imagine like telling someone, sarcastically like kill yourself or something, and then they go off and kill themselves, and I'm just like, damn. Because I would know in my mind that I'm not fully to blame, but it's still like my friend is dead now, and one of the last things I said to them.
Yeah, it's just completely fucked where you're just like, out of everything I could have said.
Yeah. I said those 2 words specifically. And it's weird. Death is such a weird thing, dude. I hate to get super deep. I'm saving like the topics in the title for when Austin gets back. But like death is super weird cuz I remember I was at the college one time and there was this guy that was in a lot of my classes that I never talked to. And then one day, it was a Thursday, I talked to him. Me and another friend of mine sat down and talked to this guy. And then he was like, all right, I'll see you guys on Monday, because that was when we had the next class. And I was like, all right, I'll see you then. And I wake up tomorrow, and my friend that was sitting with me that day with him was like, yo, this guy overdosed and died last night. And I was like, wow. Because I'd never talked to him before that day. And then I get that. It turns out it was like an accident, But it's just like, damn.
It wasn't on purpose.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
Then there was another kid that I like sat next to in like a Photoshop class in high school. He died in a motorcycle accident. So it's like, fuck, you know, someone's there, and then suddenly they're not.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Just like, I mean, my class at high school made a big deal about it. Well, not like a bit, like as in they like did honors for her. But yeah, there's this chick. I'm not gonna list her name, but like in my sophomore year, I remember she like sat across the classroom, never talked to her or anything. But like over the summer, she was riding a horse and it killed her, and it's just like,
oh, that sucks.
Shit, it's just like I don't know, it's just like I enter one semester, it's just like, okay, school's over, cool, and then like the next semester, it's just like, what? It's just like, oh shit, I seen her every day,
and now we don't see her at all.
Just like she was a normal part of my class, and now she's just like dead, and it's like, oh fuck.
I didn't have anyone die during high school that I'm aware of. Well, I don't know. I had this girl named Amber. Oh, never mind. Whoops. I had this girl. Her name's Amber. I'll just say because I already did. Amber took her life at some point, which was weird because I went to like elementary school and middle school with her, and then she moved away, and I didn't talk to her after that. And it's just like, oh damn. And that's. I find that when people die abruptly, it's always such a weird thing. Because Duffy did the same thing to me. He overdosed and died in California, and I found out about it through his sister. So it's just like, it's such a weird headspace to be in, you know?
Yeah,
it just happens. People die.
Yeah,
in the real world.
Yeah. It's just weird to think. I don't know. Just like, okay, I never saw Criminal Minds, and I only now started like a few months ago, and I was just thinking, just like, well, fuck, what happens if one of my family or like some of my kids or some shit get killed or something? It's just like, what? Just like, we all think it won't happen to us, and then you know what? It's just like, the moment you're, I was just like, oh, I'm just being paranoid, it's all good, and then boom. Guess what? Family's dead. And you're just like, what the fuck?
It's like, why? I think that's a question that we ask when death happens, but we are never going to have an answer for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Until we die. Then I'll do my best to let you guys know.
Just Morse code through your via soul.
I found that I want to make this deal with everyone. I'm making it on this podcast now. If you die,
oh shit,
and you find out there's some kind of afterlife of some kind, tell me, so I can get to fixing my shit. If I have to eat spaghetti every Thursday, tell me. Like if that is the key to getting into fucking whatever.
Flying spaghetti monster was the true path all
that's
along.
what I've been saying too, and it's gonna be a bitch if it turns out. I got a friend. He's a minister in Pastafarianism. Yeah.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
He is legit. Like him and his father are both like licensed ministers in Pastafarianism.
What the fuck?
He doesn't even believe it, but he just like took it up as like, ha, this is funny. So.
Well,
now he's like,
guess what?
Shit. Now I'm gonna. He told me it's like it'd be a great fallback job, because he's in the military now. And he said if he ever gets out of the military and he can't get a job, he's just going to join a Pastafarian school, like church or something. Like, just do that.
They have schools?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Everything does. Don't you know? You know, I was...
Segueing back, I ain't taking my kids
there.
Yeah,
exactly. Of course. That's where I'm sending my children. They're going to Pastafarian school.
Damn it.
You know, I was surprised to find out that we have a mosque here. Did you know we have a mosque in this town?
I think I know we do, but it's small as fuck. I think it's like in the middle, like
it's just like the. Oh yeah, no, I've seen it. It's over there on the fuck shit side of town that I don't go to. Along with every other like religious institution that isn't mainstream.
True.
Like we've got.
There's a shit ton of like smaller churches around there. I'm just like. I'm pretty sure if I walked into that church, I'll walk out addicted to heroin.
Yeah, there's a Buddhism place here, as well.
Oh.
I know that there's the Jewish place. I don't know what they call a Jewish church. Does it have a name?
I can't name it off the top of my head.
Circumcision? I don't know.
You, the viewer.
You, yes, people watching. If you can, well, let me Google it. I'll just look it up and find out. Jewish church name. A synagogue, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
So yeah, we have a synagogue here too. We have a Freemasons lounge. Did you know that?
Yeah.
How about that?
Back in the day, I was about joining the Freemasons.
I have some friends who are in it, actually. That kind of thing scares me.
Yeah, it's pretty culty.
I remember I like posted about the Freemasons once. Like I shared like a quote that came from a Freemason, but I was not aware of that.
Mm.
And this guy messaged me. He's like, "Are you with the Brotherhood?" I was like, "What?
What?
What the fuck? What did you just say to me?"
What?
Like,
excuse you? Is this like an initiation? Is this the Yakuza?
they found me. You're coming with us. You work for us now.
Finally.
Oh.
They found me in the middle of New Mexico.
Yeah. The last place they'd think to look. I do not like how Snapchat is now.
Oh yeah, join everybody in how fucked their new UI is.
It's bad, dude. Like, I heard everyone bitching about it, and I was like, I don't even use Snapchat that much. I don't fucking care. But, like, it's fucked. It's awful. It's truly, like, one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. So.
Even have designed this.
What? What?
Hitler wouldn't have.
Oh, yeah. No, Hitler had way more mercy than that. Fucking bug piece of shit. Anyways, what else, Tim? What else is there in the world to talk about today?
What else?
We've only been doing this for 37 minutes, so.
How long does it take a person to buy a drink?
That's what I'm saying. I just messaged him on Snapchat to find out where he is, but we'll see. I hope he didn't die or get pulled over. Oh, fuck. Can you imagine?
Well, how would they arrest him? I mean, he'll just have it in his vehicle.
Well, hasn't he already been drinking?
Has he? I don't
No,
think so.
That's what he made it sound like.
Has.
He, like, here's the thing. Cops are super weird here. Super weird. And dicks. Huge dicks.
I've only been pulled over once,
I've been
so.
pulled over twice, but I've had to deal with the CPD on more than one occasion. And I've never had a good experience with them. My family, we were receiving, I'm not going to go into the whole context of this, but I will tell you the main part. We were receiving death threats in the mail.
What?
Yeah, like, I don't know who still mail orders death threats, but these people did. Which is, like, the dumbest thing you can do. But they were sending us death threats in the mail. And then, we like photographed everything and like copied it and all this stuff, because they hand wrote this shit. And then CPD, we gave them like all the evidence, like everything, and then nothing was done. So when nothing was done, we continued to pursue them, and we're like, why are you not doing anything about this? And then they just gave us a bunch of bullshit excuses and did nothing. So yeah, that's the police in this area. They're dicks. They're not good at their jobs.
I can't really say anything because I never really had to deal with them. Like I said,
I hope they die.
I think the only time so God,
fuck them.
This is a Black Lives Matter stream now.
Oh, dude, I don't care about black people either. Shit, everyone can die. I don't give a fuck.
All lives don't matter.
No, what's the Metallica song? Nothing matters or whatever.
Yes.
Isn't that what it is? I don't know.
You see that door? Fuck that door. See that wall?
Fuck that wall. Is it Metallica? Let me see. I think it's nothing else matters.
I'm
That's
not
what it is. Nothing else matters.
So wait, are we pro Tim and pro Tyler?
I am, obviously. And I have to be pro you because you're on this show. I wouldn't bring on someone I didn't like. If I wanted to do that, I'd just call up one of my exes.
Oh, shit.
Let's do that one day. Let's
I
do
was-
an ex podcast where we just call in our exes.
I don't even have my ex's number
We'll find it.
anymore. It's been 3 years.
You've never seen me go down the rabbit hole before. But I
Oh,
can
God.
fucking find people. It's like a talent that I have. My friend, Jackie, we went to college. We were going to college together. And I talked to her for a couple days. And see, I'm not really comfortable asking people for their social media, so I just find it. And her Facebook name wasn't even her name, but I still found her.
What?
Like, as I know her.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I'm just really good at that kind of thing. Her Facebook name is like a nickname, and I was like, I'll just try everything that I know. So, and then the next day she was like, "How did you find me?" I was like, I'm just good at that kind of thing. So, which I am.
Right.
What?
Facebook can be pretty spooky though,
Oh.
because apparently it knows that I live in a. It knows that I live in a housemate-based home.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because you can check your like demographics or whatever, and yeah, it was just like currently it's checking that I live in a housemate-based home, and I was just like, what? How? Why?
Fucking Facebook is. Did you know you can find out like your what they think your political stance is?
Yeah.
What did yours say? Out of curiosity.
Moderate.
Nice, me too. No, I'm very moderate. Sorry. I'm very
I
moderate.
am in. Have you ever seen that episode of Futurama with the indifferent people?
Yeah. That's me. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
me. It's just-
pretty much.
It's just like sees like nuclear missile heading towards you.
I can see how this would work from both
I feel-
perspectives.
I feel nothing. Oh no, it's like I feel
See,
indifferent right
I'm
now.
very moderate, and then you go around the rest of my house, and everyone is like conservative to very conservative. Like my mom and my dad.
Oh.
My mom and my brother are very conservative, and then my dad is just like conservative because my dad does have like some beliefs that don't align with the conservative ones. But I'm just like I have views all over the place, so I have moderate. And my mom always calls me Sweden because anytime they bring me into an argument, I'm just like I'm not involved.
You just
I have no opinion.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, Sweden.
Fuck this
Or
shit.
Switzerland. That's what they call me, Switzerland. And I saw this video the other day where it exactly hang on, let me send it to you. We'll watch it on stream. Hang on. Yeah. It's getting meta. Oh, I can see my live stream on YouTube. I use Restream so I can stream on multiple platforms at once.
Oh my.
Okay, let me pull this up.
Covering a wider spectrum.
Hell yeah. All right, so I'm gonna close my Facebook, and then I'm gonna put this window on the screen. Okay, let me put that there. There's that. Don't let me show the Discord on stream. Don't do that. Where's Chrome? Here it is. Okay. So I'm gonna put this on the screen. If I can fucking fit it to the screen. I'll tell you when to start watching it. Let me just there. That's as perfect as I'm gonna get it.
Give me a second, because there is.
There we go. Okay. Are you good?
Give me a second.
Take your time.
You just give me a link to your stream
What?
because that's the latest thing I'm getting
Wait,
from you.
did you check the Discord chat?
Ah,
Ah!
you see. All right, I am
All right,
prepared.
now we're ready. All right, ready? 3, 2,
Yes.
1, go.
No, you're wrong. You're
I love
wrong.
this dude's videos.
Yo, that's wrong. Nah, cause you're wrong.
Oh God.
I'll go ask
This is what
Caleb
my
right
parents
now.
like. Watch.
I'm gonna go ask Caleb. Hey, do you believe that everybody should get at least an hour of exercise a day?
I mean, I guess, yeah, an hour a day would be more healthy.
See, he agrees. He agrees that your parents are a waste of f***ing space. Oh, stupid. No.
Wow, do you agree with this nigga? My parents are useless, Caleb.
No, I didn't say that.
My parents are useless, huh? Nah, Caleb, you're trash.
Yo, Jermaine, I didn't say that.
I expect that from this nigga, but not you. After we took care of you for months, don't ever come back.
He don't care if he's not invited to your dirty crib
Don't
no
come
more.
back.
We're
Don't
gonna
even
use
come
his
back.
parents, bro. He don't like your parents, bro. Trash. I hung up on him. Where do I sleep now?
Oh, God.
Man, why?
Fuck his parents. Yeah, this guy. Shout out to Caleb City. This guy's fucking hilarious. Yeah, good shit right there. Yeah. So that's
was pretty
that's how my
fucking
parents be. If I take one side, it's like, oh, so you're taking that, and then if I take the other one, it's like, oh yeah, word. It's like, come on, man, why are you guys doing this to me?
Get fucked.
But yeah, funny shit. I don't really have a segue. I straight up don't have a fucking segue for this.
We have our topics, but we can't
I
talk
know,
about
because
them.
Austin's still not here. I don't know where the fuck he is. Is he like dead?
Might be doing drugs right now. That seems like a very Austin thing to do.
It does, doesn't it? He you know, he's been toking on so much meth recently. I'm genuinely concerned for him.
He'll be fine. It builds character. Get high on your own supply until you have a personality.
I thought that ended with until you die. It
No.
rhymes. So it's better. Plus I die at the end. So I always prefer that ending.
That's always a
Yeah.
plus.
If I can just die, like, cool. I can't wait for maggots to eat my fucking brain. That's what I'm waiting for. Do they take my... No, wait, never mind.
What?
I'm donating my organs. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
I'm a donor.
I'm a donor. I don't get the joy of my brains being eaten by maggots.
I don't think... Is there joy?
I mean, I'm dead. I
Can
don't
there
think
be
there's much
joy?
anything. After that happened, there ain't a whole lot of shit going on up there anymore.
Well, hopefully within the next year and a half, my prediction of me dying inside of a ditch will come
When
true.
did you last predict that?
Approximately
20 seconds ago.
2.5
Oh.
years ago.
Specifically this year or what?
Next year. Probably next spring.
Nice.
I will most likely die in a ditch.
Why?
Side of a road. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I just made the prediction. I just made the prediction that I will most likely die in the ditch of a highway
That's fair.
with my car on fire.
Wow. That's oddly specific.
You know what? It just makes it. It'll just prove everybody my power.
Yeah, they'll finally understand. I was a god. I was a god, and you fools. You ignored me.
No one believed me.
It's like all this shit you predicted starts coming true. I'm like, my god.
Oh,
I am growing a third
that
arm.
just-
Tim was right. How could this happen?
No, I just need to predict like a bunch
Bitch,
of
it's
smaller
me,
stuff and
Tim.
just have
I'm
some
like, oh
cra-
shit.
Okay.
No. That's your
I
that's your
just need to predict
reincarnation.
a-
You come back as my third arm.
Oh god! It's like I will live in through you. What do you mean, like how you influence me? It's just like no. Literally, I'm going to be reborn as an arm, and I will be.
What's that?
Next to
What's that
arm.
one? What's that one anime where the dude's
God.
hand comes to life? Not the one where kill
Parasite.
yourself, Logan.
Oh,
Sorry,
shit.
he wrote in chat, so I knew it was him. Are you in this podcast now, or are you just here? Okay, he's just
Oh
okay.
god!
Mordecai Murdoch,
But
everyone.
I'm pretty sure you're talking.
Sorry I'm late to the podcast.
Well, I didn't even plan on having you on today, but welcome. A second special
You gotta add
guest.
me as a special
A
guest.
second special guest. Hang on.
Yep.
Editing title.
Never mind. There's too many characters.
God damn.
Hang on, I'll take something out of the title. I'll take my subject. I'll remember my subject.
All right, hey, delete that. Cause
Oh,
I'm
okay,
leaving.
kill yourself.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
See how useless he is? You see why I constantly say he deserves to die?
One pump chump.
Yeah. He was here for like 10 seconds. And he's also still alive, which just doubly annoys me. Is Austin like dead? Like, should we be concerned about him?
I'm not sure.
Maybe he started
I-
drinking while he was still driving. And he's probably killed a family
Oh.
of 4.
I think this is the best
This
scenario.
is, honestly, highlight of my night.
What was the greatest time you had recently? Just like, well,
My
my
friend
friend
killed a family of 4.
went to go get some drinks, and he started drinking while he was driving, and he murdered a
You
fucking
know,
family.
I can't see Austin doing that, honestly. Austin plays it a lot safer than I do, and I play it safe already, so I can't foresee him doing that.
Well, well then we don't have to worry about him.
I'm trying to
Killing
think of
any
someone
family of
who's
4.
like not a self-righteous dick that I know about drunk driving.
Hello.
Is it you? Oh.
No.
Because I'll admit I like drink sometimes and then I go home. I don't feel comfortable sleeping in other people's homes. I just don't. I can't do it. I can't fall asleep. On New Year's, I was on the floor of this man's house for like an hour, trying to sleep.
You were on the staircase.
No, this is a different time. That was at Austin's in like December of 2016. This is this year.
Okay.
And I just couldn't fall asleep. So after everyone else fell asleep, I got up and I started creeping over everyone's bodies and stepping over everyone.
Oh my.
And then I made it out to my car. There was this girl. She fell asleep on a washing machine that night. That was that was interesting. We were like, should we move her or should we like leave her there? Like they don't prepare you for this in high school. They don't tell you about this in high school. They don't tell you about the crazy shit you're gonna get into. They're just like, oh yeah,
Well,
college is just harder than high school. Which no, it's not. No, it is not. It is not harder. No.
No.
Dude, high school was that was hell. That was the worst.
Yeah. Teachers were uppity assholes.
You have to be like a failure to get online high school. And I love online school, dude. Now that I've been doing it in college, I'm like, man, why did I not just do this? Because I hate going to classes, dude. I can't do it. Especially if they're in the morning. Can't happen. I won't make it. I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, morning is.
The teacher's going to see me at the final, and that's it. Like, that's all there is to it.
We don't even have recorded lectures.
You're right. You're right. I don't have anything. Let me read one of my assignments to you real quick. Let me just read one of these to you. It's I'm a criminal justice major, by the way.
Oh shit.
Not actually interested in that field of work at all, but I just want to know my rights. That's literally it.
Are you gonna be my lawyer in the
I might
future?
be. If you get yourself into some shit, I'll save you. I'll be like, Tim is innocent. There's no one more innocent than Tim. So literally this is...
I dare you to find somebody who is more innocent than this man.
Although last night's footage might disagree with that statement, though.
What?
Yeah, did you
Nani?
not remember playing Murder and TTT last night? False.
I had the play of the game, okay? I had the most amazing back-to-back rounds.
Oh, man.
Fucking just... Chris is just like, no, let's play one more round. Just turns over, just like, bitch, what? Shoots him in the goddamn
Oh, no, I
head.
loved whenever we were like, one more round, and then I walk up to Austin, he's like, please don't. And I immediately start stabbing at him. It was great. That was funny as fuck. Anyways, this is my assignment. Due April 30th at 11:59 p.m.
7 days.
Read chapter number 14 and complete the 11 review questions on pages 387 and 388 of your textbook. Please make sure that you answer the questions in short essay form. Also, please make sure that you number the questions accordingly. That's it. I've never read a chapter. I copy and paste the questions into Google and then go to Quizlet and go off that.
Yeah, if it works, my dude.
Hey, Austin's on his way. I'm gonna ask him what the fuck happened. Did he have to go through fucking customs at Albuquerque? Or not Albuquerque, Albertsons. Damn it! Now I made myself look stupid.
Albertsons got quarantined. There was a zombie
In
infection.
Albertsons, dude, I can foresee that. Have you met some people who had to work at Albertsons, dude?
Fair enough. Okay, well, you know what? I was there the other day. There was a cashier, and I gotta say, hot damn, my dude.
Which one?
Hot damn. Not sure. She was
She
Hispanic.
little?
I think
Was she
Huh?
little? Because this is
No.
this little Hispanic girl that
was-
works there. That's goddamn. But apparently she's the manager's daughter as well. So I can't like work there and get it in as well. So you won't see me at your local Albertsons with a little blue vest on anytime soon. Yeah, it
Unfortunate.
happens to the best of us. Wait, blue vest is Walmart.
I mean, that's your peak.
What?
Working
Yeah.
part-time at an
No,
Albertsons,
dude, my
of
peak
course.
was working at Taco Villa in 2014.
Oh God, you worked at Taco
I
Villa
did.
too?
You know who got me to work at Taco Villa? Fucking Austin. Damn.
Oh God, I can't imagine the two of you in the same workplace.
See, that's the thing, though. They kept us separate. So it wasn't even like I
Mm-hmm.
got to really work with Austin all that often because he was like cashier and I was like cook. So I never saw him.
Mhm.
Well, I would see him, but
Tender.
I didn't get to interact with Austin. And anytime we would interact, he would just like lean over my workstation and be like, I want to kill myself. And I'm just like, yeah, same, dude.
You know, nothing has changed much within the last.
There was a guy that worked there
few months.
called Vidal.
Mm.
And me and Vidal had this fake hate relationship with each other where we pretended to hate each other. So
Oh,
yeah, so like I would be just clocking into work and he would walk up and just talk shit to me and then go back to doing his job, and I would, in passing, I would just like whisper fuck you in his ear as I walked by him and stuff like that. And so
those are the best
yeah.
kinds.
no, Vidal's great. He's a great guy. But when we were working there, one time I remember I'm washing my hands in the sink because, you know, we got to sanitize our fucking hands because, you know, it's not like the shit that you're putting in your motherfucking mouth is worse than whatever's on my fucking hands. And he walks up to me and he's like, I see the assassins failed. And I turn to him and I go, I just look him straight in his eyes and I go, you know, Vidal, why are you still alive? And I remember Austin was standing like feet away from us. He's like, because he thought we were serious at the time, but it was just fun. I don't miss working there. My old manager's actually at Red Lobster now, I think. Yeah,
What?
he works there now.
I was just there like last week.
John,
Oh,
old guy.
I
He's also a pastor.
don't think I saw him. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Pastor and
Slash. mhm.
part or manager at Red Lobster, formerly Taco Villa.
My parents told me that, and I was like, damn, I can't ever go there again now. I just like, John would get on to me when I was fucking doing my job.
On it. You were doing.
I would
the
be
do.
doing my job, and he would like. I remember one time specifically, he was like, "Tyler, go wash dishes in the back," and I'm like, "Okay," and I'm in the back, washing dishes, and shit, and then he turns the corner and he goes, "Tyler, what the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "What you told me to do," and he's like, "Oh, all right." And then he leaves, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
What the fuck? Is this allowed?
Is that allowed? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Is that allowed?
Well, you know, it's all in the past. You don't have to deal
Oh,
with that
thank
shit
God,
anymore.
dude. I'll never work food again, dude. I'd rather hang myself. I've never wanted to kill myself more than when I worked fast food.
Although I gotta say, oddly enough, steak at Red Lobster is really
Yeah,
good.
I agree. It really, and they've got like a steak shrimp combo that's really fucking good too. It doesn't knock the steak shrimp combo that they have at Chili's. I'm a steak shrimp combo guy. I really like it. In case you can't tell, if a place has a steak shrimp combo, I've had it for sure. Like, I look for that shit.
I'm not.
You know how you can hit
I'm not a
F3 and
seafood guy.
search a page for words? I do that
Yes.
with menus
Yes.
for steak shrimp combos.
just put it under a digital copier.
Yeah, I got
just be
like,
oh,
I
give me
got
a
the
second.
fucking glasses from Men in Black. And I'm just like, steak shrimp combo. Let's see. I fucking do.
You're at a fucking. I don't know. What restaurant wouldn't serve? You're at McDonald's.
Man, they used to serve pizza. Yeah,
What?
there was a McPizza at one time. Can you imagine? Can you imagine
I'll
McPizza?
hard pass.
Hang on, I'm gonna Google it real quick. 1 sec. I want to see what the promotions and shit were for this.
In the Philippines, they had McDonald's sold fucking spaghetti.
Sorry?
They sold spaghetti.
There was a McDonald's in the Japan that had a bar.
Bruh. That sounds lit, actually. I get some fucking sake and
Dude,
just have a
no, yeah,
McDouble.
basically, it's great. It's one of the greatest things ever.
Like, I want that
As
now.
of April 2018, McDonald's pizza is only available at a McDonald's located in Orlando.
What the
So
fuck?
it's still a thing. See, I thought this was completely done. They started this in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's still a thing.
Well, shit. Let's take a field trip to New Orleans, or what? Where was it?
Orlando. Let's go to Orlando. Shit, why not?
Orlando.
What else is in Orlando? Let's find out. What is in Orlando? Welcome to Google search the stream. Oh boy. My poor nephew. He's very upset.
What? Oh, no.
Can you hear him? Oh, thank
No.
God. I'm just going to keep myself this close to the microphone then. Then maybe I can drown it out. I mean, Disneyland, obviously, but that's like... Why is that so expensive?
Because there's a shit ton of fun there.
It's
Plus,
a ton of fun in other places. It doesn't cost me a fucking $1,000
Okay, what-
to get in. Or however much Disneyland
Like,
tickets
there's-
cost.
like, let's be honest. There's probably approximately 200 people who proposed there today.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like, conservative.
I'm gonna go there,
Conservative
I'm
in
gonna
their
go
numbers.
to Disneyland, with a nice little ring in a box and propose to people that I don't know. That's gonna be my Disneyland experience. Okay, I'm looking at stuff in Orlando that you can do that isn't theme parks. We can check out vintage warplanes, dude. I would do
Shit,
that.
My favorite pastime.
You can get close to a bald
Honestly.
eagle. Dude, I fucking like that. That sounds cool as shit. I love that already. Ride a zip line. I love zip lines, dude.
I can't.
Because
do
like, there's half a chance that I'm just gonna like roll down it and have fun, and then there's the other half chance that I'm gonna fall and die traumatically. And I'm fine with both. So,
it's a win-win situation.
learn to fly on a trapeze. We can also do as well. Yep.
What?
Go kayaking.
Oh, that's one of these things isn't like
One
the
of
other.
these things is visit a singing tower.
That sounds really cool. Like, does it use the wind around it to
Let me see.
produce sound?
It has a set of bells and a carillon that plays short concerts every day. That's
Ooh.
cool. That's badass. I don't give a fuck.
You take your little mama down there.
You take who?
Your little mama.
Do I have a little mama? Who is
Yes.
she?
We cloned
Oh. Well, damn. Well, at least she's a clone. So I can, like, customize her in my vision. I've always wanted to play
it.
God.
That's not how clones work. We can't just be like, it can't just.
Is
Shit.
it
We
gonna
can't
come
be
out
like,
looking fucked up? And you're gonna be like, and I'll be like, oh God, kill it now! Just run at it with a fucking hammer.
Oh god. A multi-million-dollar clone just so you could fuck it up and then kill it.
Yeah, I don't see what the issue is here.
I see a lot of issues.
This sounds like my dream, dude. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm so psyched.
That's concerning.
Let's murder someone. That's the
That's out of
that's
right
the next
field.
logical step, right? No, don't do this.
It's too
No.
late. It's too late.
Boosy boss?
I got two bodies in here already.
I'm guessing one of them's Austin.
Yes.
Just kidding. I know what he went to do now. He had to go see his mom.
You mean? Oh.
I'm gonna ask him if he went through customs.
God
Customs
damn it.
sucks, dude. I hate customs.
True.
There's nothing worse than customs. to be honest.
They dig through your shit.
Uh-huh. Dude, especially when they're like actually searching you. Like going through it is primarily fine. But one time I got stopped in Canada and they were like, "We're going to take you to the south. We're going to search you, motherfucker." I was like, "Please, don't do this. I've done nothing. I just stepped 3 feet into the country. Please."
I cleaned my asshole for this moment.
Exactly. And they dragged me to this room. Well, no, they didn't drag me. They didn't have to. They didn't have to drag me. I'm not the person who's like, "You can't do this to me," and then gets the shit beat out of him. So, no, that wasn't gonna be me. So I just went with this guy, and we opened up my suitcase, and he's going through my stuff, and he's like, "Da da da da." I'm like, "Okay, this is fine." And then
This is alright.
he's like, "Do you have a cell phone?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, I'm gonna have to look through that too." And I'm like, "All right, you're just gonna see my dick a lot, so have fun." And then I stand there as he awkwardly goes through my cell phone, and he just goes through everything too, everything. Any app that I would have on there, he was like, "Dink." I'm like, "This motherfucker doesn't know what he's doing. This dude doesn't know how to work a fucking phone. That's why he's making me do it." It's like, "Explain this, do this, da da da. What's this?" I finally get out. My Canadian friends who were waiting for me, they thought that I like ditched them, and I was like, "No, I just was getting searched for the last 25 minutes." God, that was annoying. I'm glad that didn't happen to me on my way out or here in America, because then I would have fought someone. I don't give a damn about getting arrested in the United States. Getting arrested in a foreign country? Nah, that's not the biz. Especially Japan. They will fucking destroy you. They will fucking destroy you in Japan. If you get arrested over there and you're a foreigner, you're not going home. Or North Korea, for that matter. Especially North Korea. You're not going home.
Well, yeah, North Korea is sort of a
fuck
given.
about anyone. Did you hear they're talking peace with South Korea?
Yeah, actually.
How about that?
Yeah, but we gotta wonder what stick they're trying to get at.
Maybe
You know,
Korea's
it's
gonna
like-
come together and take over the world with their K-pop stars.
Oh shit! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! No one expected the full Korean alliance.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna win. All they gotta do, they just gotta send out the brainwashing they've been doing with the K-pop stuff. It's working. One's like, "Yes, I want to fuck these plastic men."
If some K-pop star walked up to me and was just like, "Would you like to join the Republic?" I'd be like, "Fuck it,
I want to
yeah."
see how far he could bend, because he's made of plastic. Whoosh. The K-pop stars, they're like fake, dude. Like that skin is not natural. They had surgery to look the way they do. Is what I'm saying. They're plastic. I want to bend them like a Barbie doll.
Okay, this is getting annoying. Give me a second. I'm going to fully close my Discord because it's
All
being
right,
a bitch.
I'll entertain the audience momentarily. He's still here.
Oh wait, shit. Fuck. Fucked up. Oh, I'll be right.
Okay, there he goes. So, anyways, yeah, you know, life happens to the best of us. I've had an alright day. I didn't do anything spectacular today. It was just a pretty much I just kind of sat around and wanted to die. So there's nothing new there. I'm looking at the McDonald's wiki page, which I didn't know existed until today. The McHot Dog. What in the fuck? I'm just having a look-see at McDonald's products that they don't have anymore. What in the fuck is that? Holy shit. Ow! What in the fuck? Oh, that looks awful. What the fuck is that? The McHot Dog is only available in Japan. Nice. Okay, wow, that's interesting. I'm going to bring that up here in a second. I guess we're just waiting for Tim now. Let me invite Chris in here. There we go. Thank God. I also can't see what Chris is doing now. Well, there's Tim. Tim's back. And boy, do I have a story for him. There you are.
I doth return.
Boy, do I have a story for you.
Oh no.
So, first off, McDonald's has a wiki page.
Well,
and I'm
that
on
makes
it.
sense.
And they have a thing called the Land, Sea, and Air Burger.
What?
And it contains 2 beef patties, 2 chicken patties, and a filet, the filet fish patty on a Big Mac or a McDouble.
What the
fucking look at
fuck?
this thing, dude. Look at this goddamn fucking thing. I put in the Discord chat again.
Jesus
Look at
fucking
that.
Christ.
What? That's what I said. Hang on, let me show the audience real quick. Hold up. Look at this, guys. Look at this fucking. Look at that. What the fuck is
That's
that
not
thing?
okay.
Now we're gonna move on to the McHot Dog.
Oh no.
Which is apparently a thing only sold in Japan.
Oh.
Because Ray Kroc prohibited the American companies from selling hot dogs, regardless of the potential demand, because he said there's no telling what's inside a hot dog skin. But he was okay with everything else that they sold there, apparently.
Oh, well.
There's Austin. So take a look at this McHot Dog, guys. There it is.
No, it's not a real
Look at it.
thing.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Oh, only in Japan. Okay.
Well, look at that. Look at that first thing I sent, Austin. Look at that fucking thing. Look at that monstrosity.
The land, air, and sea, or land, sea, and air.
That is
Yep.
a fucking monstrosity if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, no, you've never
No.
heard of that?
I don't know secret menu. Did you know that pizza is still sold in
Where?
Orlando? Apparently, it's the only place, but it's still sold there.
Yo, you get them off that shit. You tell them to fucking cut. Tell them to cut that shit out right
All right.
now.
Well, now that Austin's here, we can move on to
Jesus.
our actual topics.
Should I take a shot
That's
first?
up to you, man.
Yes.
Depends on how stressful you think this is
Tim,
going to
did
be.
you see the? Did you see the picture?
Yes, it looks beautiful.
Oh
It
yeah.
is amazing. Oh, it smells like nail polish remover.
Here we
though.
go.
Oh god.
So our first topic that I had laid out tonight
Like dead ass, dude.
is
You smell it, you're like, nope. It's gonna be terrible.
obscure media.
Pretty much.
Oh yes, obscure media. You're the one who brought this
I am.
up.
Should I start?
Yes. Explain.
done here,
Okay, so do we want to talk like games or music or what? Like where do we want to
It's
start?
media,
I know, it's like
dude.
everything, but I'm just like I want to get like on a topic and go from there.
Well, let's start safe, I guess. Let's just start with games.
All
I
right.
guess we're all pretty avid
Okay,
gamers.
obscure games that I've played and love, or maybe hate. Chris brought up RTS games the other day, and it reminded me that one of my favorite games is an RTS game, which is Red
really?
Alert 2.
Oh yes, that used to be really
I
big.
love Red Alert 2, dude.
Red Alert 2 is a RTS?
Yeah, man. Oh, absolutely. It's like a base RTS, but yeah.
Oh. Command and
Yeah.
Conquer.
So Red Alert 2,
Yeah.
I love that game. It's super cheesy and corny. Let me get one of my favorite cutscenes from that game.
Oh, did they use like the real?
Yeah,
like,
they did live
voice
action.
actors?
Yep. Hang on.
Have you guys heard about the futuristic? It's kind of like Killing Floor.
Oh,
It's called Dead Effect 2.
what the fuck?
Dead
We'll
Effect
catch
2
it
is
up.
the newest addition to the acclaimed DF franchise. The action sci-fi shooter is looking to push the boundaries of first-person shooters to new levels with slick graphics, rich narrative, and RPG elements.
All right, here's what we're looking at now. I just want you guys to see Yuri because he is without a doubt one of my favorite characters to ever exist. Let me know when everyone has that link open.
Red Alert 2 and Yuri's Revenge.
I am prepared,
All right,
Captain.
we all ready? All right,
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. We'll just watch this cutscene here so you
Missile
can see
command.
what Yuri's like. So that's a mind control sound, in case you guys didn't know.
What?
Look.
silos.
Don't do it! Don't you do it!
We have to open the silos, or they'll explode under. The silo doors.
And I
are
love
closed.
Yuri's little head thing too. It's so hilarious to me. Look at it. Look at it.
No.
Is it done, Yuri?
No, Comrade Premier. It has only
Oh
begun.
my god, I love Yuri,
This
dude.
is my advisor,
Okay.
Yuri.
We can.
I'll make this possible.
Why?
I am but a servant of the Soviet Union like you.
Why is the guy so extra?
Oh, dude, I love Romanov too.
Yes,
He's
of
also
course.
great.
We both know the truth,
All right,
comrade.
we can stop there. I just wanted to show off Yuri real quick, just because he's great. Yeah,
Good effect too.
live action.
Let's see.
Live action cutscenes aren't really
This-
done anymore in video games.
True.
This is old.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
dude, this is from 2000.
Is that when
Actually-
the last Red Alert came
No,
out?
the last Red Alert was Red Alert 3. I don't know when that one came out.
Or no, like I'm sorry, part 2. That's in part 2.
Yeah, part 2 came out in 2000.
Well, I was actually reading something the other day where they were actually talking about like the whole like live action cutscenes, and apparently there's like a bit of a comeback. I mean, and YouTube, I think there was like a recent like this was trending a little while ago, but they had like it was just a game based all around like live action cutscenes.
What was the first game that did that? Was it Night Trap?
I'm not sure. Like
I feel like it was Night
pick
Trap.
out any game from like the 80s or 90s.
Night Trap was super controversial, though. All right, so Red Alert 2. I just played it when I was a kid. You play it now. It's obviously very dated. I bought the Command and Conquer collection on Origin specifically so I could play Red Alert 2. And you just like there's stuff that's in it that you're like, oh yeah, this is from 2000 because the Twin Towers are still in that game. Like they didn't
shit.
patch them out or anything. Like, because one of the voice clips is like, you must capture the thing that's around one of the capitalist scum monuments known as the Twin Towers. And I was like, oh shit. The Twin...
Wait, oh,
And I can destroy the Twin Towers in this game. I can rewrite history. It's great.
Love you, buddy. Hope you have a good. Hey, you should do me a favor and take those.
So from there, well, I guess that's one of my games that I really enjoyed as a kid. What else is obscure and another game that Dino Crisis? Has anyone heard of Dino Crisis?
Dino Crisis?
dude.
I might have
It's a
it.
PlayStation game.
No, I have.
That's like my absolute
Oh
favorite. I absolutely love that
no,
game.
I don't. I don't.
I play it like yearly, dude. I play it at least once every year. Ever since I was like 7. I love Dino Crisis. I've been lucky enough to find like an easy way to get it on the computer. Because I had it was I think it's only released as a PlayStation 1 game. And it's great. I love it. Someone did a PC port.
You just gotta buy it, or not buy. I'm sorry, get an emulator.
Well, yeah, no,
Yeah.
someone did a PC port of the game. So I just play with that.
They did an entire
Yeah.
port. Oh.
There's a guy that's doing that with
So-
one of the newer Silent Hill games. Anyways,
So
yeah.
for obscure media though, and relating to games, like, can we just take a minute to like talk about arcades and how like this died?
I
Like,
miss arcades.
Childhood was just so fun. Like, I understand why they're dying. Like, it makes sense. I mean, I don't ever go there. I can play way higher quality games,
Yeah.
but like, it's just like I don't know.
I
It's like a
always
sad
enjoyed
thing.
the
'cause it
experience
was
of
so
the
fun.
arcade. I always
Yeah.
Arcades gave you and your friends something to do on the weekdays, like when you didn't have very much time to do anything, but it still gave you something to do. And then on the weekends, if you and your friends are out, you're going to see a movie or you're hanging out with your girl, and finally you guys are like, I don't know what else to do. And then you and your friends are like, let's go to the fucking arcade. And it was just a blast. You guys would sit there seeing who could get the highest score on Mrs. Pac-Man.
see
or
for
Dr.
me.
Mario.
I was rewarded
Galaga.
with arcades for getting like 100s on spelling test. My parents would take me to CC's Pizza, where they had like the arcade in the back, and there was this Jurassic Park game that I used to always play. It was like a shooter with the gun, and you would duck and stuff. Yeah, I played that constantly.
Oh my god.
CC's Pizza
I love CC's,
that was
dude.
that was good times.
I went to Dallas, I think, and found out there was a CC's Pizza near the hotel I was staying in. So I was like, I must go. No one was with me on the trip, so I was like, I'm going. Like, I don't care where I have to be tomorrow. I'm going to the CC's Pizza before I leave this town, and I did. And you know, it's the food's just the same as I remember. Obviously, they didn't have the Jurassic Park game that I played when I was a kid when I was in there,
Sad days.
which was internally upsetting, but happens to the best of us. So.
The day that CC's Pizzas closed down was one of the saddest days
Yeah.
of my childhood.
Yeah, I'm still upset. I'm still mad.
What's just amazing about that location, though, is that like 2 other restaurants opened with the exact same stick, but they were like pizza parlors, and they both closed down.
And they didn't stay nearly as
Yeah, not
long
only did they
as
close
CC
down,
did.
it was I know.
Nothing
was,
was able to hold a candle to
4 or 5
CC.
months at a time.
Nothing.
The only thing that has replaced it and stayed there was it that shoe department?
Yeah,
That's right
yeah,
next to
yeah.
Hudson's?
Yeah.
Goddamn shoe department.
It's the only thing.
They need
Like
that
we
shit.
needed
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah. All right. Well, enough of reminiscing on CC's because it makes me sad. Austin, do you have any obscure media you'd like to share? Yeah, just
Obscure
anything. Yeah.
media?
Something that maybe you remember that no one else
Game.
seems to, you know?
Obscure media. Well, I did notice that going into the more political realm of things, just real quick, there's been 3 more countries added to the allies that are against Syria with the United States.
Oh yeah. What?
Austria, Norway, and Spain. I think it was Spain. Maybe
Yeah.
they're neutral. I can't remember.
I'm not sure. Europe countries are definitely hopping on the.
The European
Hopping on the
countries are
ball.
hella hopping on. Oh yeah, because they realize, shit, if we're against them or neutral, it's gonna be bad either way. If
Yeah.
we're for them, we help them get rid of this problem that's going on, and then we can all get back to lower gas prices and better economies. Trade.
And they also have
'Cause,
like
damn,
our
let me tell
support
you,
too. Like if they're just neutral
fucking-
or if they're against us, they don't have our support. But if they like support us, then we'll support them when the time comes as well.
Exactly.
So
It would just be
And-
weird to think if there's like any escalation though, like a modern World War III is just weird to think of.
Dude, yeah, no, I was just discussing this with a friend the other day. Like the last big war that we saw was World War II, and that was in the 40s,
Yeah.
30s, and 40s. Could you imagine having a full-scale world war with modern technology, with the air forces that we have, the technology of the weapons we have? It would be insane.
I think that's why we
Like,
haven't had a world war.
Honestly,
It's because we
Yeah,
just know
because
how much damage
modern-
we can do now. And it's
well,
just
also
so much
like
more
modern
different.
combat has like just
Oh, yeah.
changed from being like full out assaults to like occupying locations and constant skirmishes.
And the fact
Yeah,
that the
and
United
I-
States is like everywhere. Like we just have
Yeah, that
bases
definitely
everywhere.
helps.
So people are kind of like, maybe we shouldn't fuck with someone that's all over the planet. I don't really want to do that.
You know
Some
what's
countries
funny to
it's-
think of?
Hmm?
Anyone attacks the United States, we always know 100% the Philippines will be there. They'll be throwing their flip-flops at the
Oh,
enemy.
hell yeah.
Dude, and do whatever they can.
Motherfuckers.
Fucking
Back in,
the president will man the castle, dude. Guaranteed.
back in like the day, Philippines almost became a United States state.
Yep, I don't remember exactly what kept them from doing it, but I know it was like this really small, minuscule, stupid ass thing.
I'll
that-
blame the
Well,
government.
No, like the current president at the time was in full support of it, and of course, fact check. I'm not. This is what I heard from my mom, who's Filipino and grew up
I'll
in the
take your word.
Philippines. I like the president. He was all for it. He gained enough support that he was able to head over to America and get everything sorted out. Well, the thing is that he got poisoned.
Ah. Well, damn.
So the legislation sort of died
I
with
hate when
him,
that happens.
and boom.
Hey.
Took you long enough.
Oh God, no!
When the
It's
fuck did
your
Chris get
boy.
involved?
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck you.
Please say it. I was just asking
Yeah.
a question. I wasn't even
Why are you
being
being
a
so
dick. I'm
defensive?
sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Okay, no, Tyler, you have to understand.
I'm always defensive.
Someone hurt your
dude.
feelings?
I've been so mean to Chris these past couple of days. Like me and
really
Chris
has.
have me and Chris have this like normal like relationship where like we're just dicks to each other, and it's fine.
Yeah,
But
no.
I've been taking it to that like next level the past 2 days, and I think it's because I'm literally that much over school.
That's fair.
All that
Also
pent-up
because
rage.
Chris thinks that when someone messages you at 1 in the morning and they think it's morning time over there, he's like immediately, oh, it's East Coast.
God damn it! You're still. It's,
Oh my
it's- I
God.
don't think it's school anymore. I think you're just hung up on that one single quote from that stream.
I am never going to forget that. I will never forget my reaction that I had. I had an immediate reaction of closing down my YouTube, going, and then shedding exactly 3 or 4
Okay.
tears.
My guys, I have something I want to bring to you.
Okay.
No, Chris. No.
Hold
No,
on.
you don't get a chance
Before
to
we
defend
switch
yourself.
topics, can I?
No, go ahead, Chris.
Can I-
Hurry. Quickly.
Can I?
All right,
Should
Austin.
Should I?
I haven't gone
Should
to bed.
I?
I haven't gotten.
Should I?
Can you shut the fuck up, please?
Let him say his piece.
I haven't gotten a full night's sleep in almost a year. All right, I am very tired.
Constantly.
I feel my brain cells committing suicide so they can go to
What
sleep.
that is.
Permanently.
Well, if you want help with that, I've got the perfect subject. All right, guys, let's talk about Hunt Down the Freeman.
Oh no!
So to
So
start this off,
excited.
let me give you all the history of Hunt Down the Freeman. So this was meant to be a Half-Life 2 modification, where you play as a man that is trying to kill Gordon Freeman.
God.
Here is a list of all of the assets that they stole for their game.
Oh god.
The assets
Yeah,
they stole.
like assets that they used from other games without permission. This is sold on Steam, by the way. This modification, this Half-Life mod,
Yep.
this is sold for. Hang on, wait for it. Drum roll, please.
Gma.
$18,
Oh, I got you.
man.
What the
Yeah.
and it was
yeah,
originally $25 on launch. They were selling this game.
And what is it called?
Hunt Down the
Hunt
Freeman. Let's.
It's pretty fucking terrible.
Hunt down.
We're gonna
the Freeman.
examine.
Look at
I have some video, a video specifically of someone highlighting all of the glitches and just terrible shit that happens during this game. All right, here it is. So this video is called Hunt Down the Bugs. We're just gonna watch a little bit of it so that we can get an idea, and then we can talk about something that specifically bugs me with this game, which is not the bugs, believe it or not.
Damn, look at that. All the reviews are mostly
So go
negative.
ahead and click that link
Alright, let
in
me,
the Discord.
Yeah, let me look at this. Peep this
Let me know
link
when
real
you
quick.
guys are ready, and we can start watching it.
Okay, whenever you guys are
All
ready.
right, Chris, you ready?
Yeah, sorry, I already
Okay.
started a little bit of it. I'll wait.
One.
Wait, tell me
Hang
when
on.
you guys get to
Hang
10
on.
seconds.
All right, ready?
No,
Yeah, just go back to zero.
and start.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Are we ready?
God damn it, Chris.
Austin,
Yeah.
do it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh!
Oh,
Just wait. Just watch. Oh, watch these cutscenes.
Oh boy. What has
Just listen.
happened?
Just watch.
yeah, actually same. That is the Gordon Freeman.
Sergeant Mitchell in the flesh. Or rather,
This guy added some music to it to make it more goofy, but
I do have to
wait for it. Wait, guys.
impress that
Listen.
you made it back.
Listen. We'll pause after.
From Black Mesa.
I'm listening.
Did we hear how he said Mesa?
Meza.
Black Mesa. Somebody save me. Also, YouTubers voice act in this video game as well.
What?
So,
What was that?
That was a meme. That's not part of the game. Thank God. But that's a pretty good meme right there. I appreciate that.
One hell of a...
You all right? I'm fine, thanks.
An HECU? What are Special Forces doing here?
Hey, oh, I hate everything.
I can't deal with this.
What the fuck? He's shooting.
Those are Combine soldiers. Their model
Stop
of Combine soldiers.
Stop coming. They don't stop coming. They don't stop coming.
So there are unlimited waves of enemies that you would think you're supposed to fight, right?
Yeah.
But watch what you actually have to do. So you're at this choke point, and you have all these enemies coming. And you would think, oh, I'm supposed to defend this point. The game doesn't tell you anything. Keep that in mind.
For a second, I thought I saw Ronald McDonald.
Look.
I feel like this game has the potential to be a somewhat good game.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, dude.
Oh. Oh.
Oh man, yeah. And they just like, I don't think they understand enemy distribution. So they just throw everything at you.
Oh god.
Holy
Oh god.
shit, dude. Oh my god.
The background. Jesus. Jesus.
Oh Jesus Christ.
So I see why it says bug hunt. Hunt down the bugs.
How many?
Get the water. Get the water.
Wonderful AI.
Fantastic. I just love them. Also, that parkour animation is stolen from a Gary's mod. Yeah, I just want to let you guys know that.
Can't make it. Can't make it. The shit's stuck.
Damn, it doesn't look like this person even tried this game.
Oh, a single person didn't make this. There was a whole studio backing this game. There was a whole team of devs on this team.
I
Well, I
can't
tell you,
reach it.
they never need to make another video game ever.
Oh well.
Well, we found the end of the universe, guys. Why is the wait?
What is he? This is fine.
Oh my god. What is this? Oh, really?
Why is he leaning? Oh, wonder. Yeah, I've seen those fucking claymores on Gary's mod.
Colonel, I met some of your men, Nick and Brad, at the hospital.
Look at that character model, dude.
To get out of the city.
Can you...
Looks like Metal Gear Solid.
Where can we
Run away.
Aliens are everywhere.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo.
Real brave, Mary. Your country's proud of you. Hello? Me? I did not volunteer, sir. If your mother was alive, she'd be proud of you, son. My mother is
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my god.
Oh wait. Oh.
I can't with this fucking game, guys. Like this is. Remember at the very beginning of this kind of.
You
I
were
was like, you know, I can
optimistic.
see some potential.
Yeah, Keemstar is the
Oh,
president in
what
this
was-
game, by the way. Keemstar.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Creatures can be many things, but they're not stupid.
Do you know something we don't, Black?
Jesus Christ.
Well, I guess I do.
God.
Maybe you should open your mouth and start talking.
The aliens are coming. We've been compromised.
Oh, that's pyrocynical.
All you have to do is drop
Oh
a
my
like,
god.
subscribe, turn notifications on, and comment how much you enjoyed the video.
Very intense.
Do, 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 do.
Bye. Wait.
The fuck?
Oh god.
Oh.
What? What the
Oh.
fuck? Do I need to play this game? Do I need to stream this game?
Tyler, please don't. Oh my god.
Oh, sweet Jesus, Lord Almighty.
Oh god.
Oh man. From much more entertaining forms of media, here's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I just fucking I closed it out. I couldn't do it anymore. Like if I watched any more of that game, I was gonna get pissed.
So yeah, that was $25 upon release.
Are you kidding
I shit
me?
you not.
Oh my god, Gary's mod, which has eons of replayability. Eons of replayability. You wanna know how much this is right now?
How?
$10.
Yeah, this is $18 now.
$10 fucking dollars. And no wonder it's so goddamn negative. Like, if it was $5,
If it was free.
it would probably be mixed. Free. It
Yeah.
would be mixed.
Because I'd be like, yeah, this game
People would be
sucks,
like,
but at least it's free. No, it's like
no, $18.
25 upon launch.
Jesus, dude, there's no fucking way. No way. Oh, speaking of which, when does the stream usually go to?
We'll probably stop around
Just
the 2-hour mark. So like 30 more minutes.
The 2 hour mark?
Then we could probably,
lit.
I mean, we could do some if you guys want to. Up to you guys, though.
Gmod
we could
it
Gmod it up.
I'm done.
Anyway, yeah, so there you go, Gmod podcast. Let's talk about Hunt Down the Freeman now. So, what really, okay. What really bugs me about it is also Freeman is shown in the trailer and he's never used.
That's what I heard too. Is that like he like shows up for like a cutscene?
Oh yeah, you want to
like,
you want to know
he
that you
never
want to know the
happens again.
twist of the game. Your friend throughout the game is actually the person who beat you up at the beginning. Oh my god! But they show Freeman in the
Never
trailer.
heard that before.
Freeman is in picture like advertisement photos here on the page, but he's nowhere in the game, aside from like a minor hallucination that your character can possibly have at the end of the game. He's not in the game at all. He's name dropped many times, but he's not even in the game.
So like, what's even the point? Like, did you plan on having a sequel?
I feel like the ending of the game is like, so your character never finds out. We know what Borealis is, right, from the Half-Life series, and how it's like was like the next goal. At the very end, the main character goes, "Turn the ship. We're going to Borealis," and it's like, when did you learn about Borealis? When was that ever discussed in the game? When was that revealed? Well, how do you know about Borealis? And then the other thing that I could hear was that character from The Simpsons going, "Aurora Borealis." I love steamed hams, dude. That's a great meme. I'm glad that came into mainstream. But yeah. So now I feel, can we look at the tags for this game? Walking simulator, Illuminati, story rich, funny, atmospheric, atmospheric,
I'm gonna have to call some bullshit on that.
female protagonist. Let's read some of the reviews. The best part of this game was refunding it.
Yeah.
Nice.
One guy.
Yeah, I just saw that one. You fucked up my face. Man who just shot another man 5 times with a revolver. True.
My favorite one so far is just
The only reason I made a good review is because the devs held me at gunpoint. Oh, Here's my favorite one. Imagine being so apathetic towards your own intellectual property that you allow something like this to be sold in your own store.
I like this one. You think you have it bad?
heard
I
you're
bought
looking
this
for a
game.
man.
Unironically, and left it on accidentally,
Man
so
in the
goodbye, refund.
Rip.
Dude, but really though, like
Rip,
Steam or Valve allowed this to be on the Steam store, like, and allowed them to use characters from their game.
We already talked
Valve
about
just
it.
does not give a
Oh.
shit about anything at all.
And you know, it's just like, yeah, it's sad that we'll probably never get Left 4 Dead 3, Half-Life 3.
What are you talking about? We just watched
Portal
Half-Life
3.
3. You're looking at it. This is the closest you're gonna get to it.
No, shut your whore mouth.
6 hours, I somehow preserved to the end of this, and there's only one real way I could come up with to describe this. Imagine the Half-Life series as a beautiful, preciously protected national park. Now imagine Smokey the Bear said fuck it and burned every inch of the national park down, replaced it by a garbage dump, and glazed it with sewage. And that's what this game is.
God.
Oh god.
Rip.
That man was very, very angry at this game.
Honestly, one of the worst games ever made. No Man's Sky is actually better than this.
Damn.
That's saying something.
This guy, I don't know when this review was posted. Oh, February 23rd, so like around the time it came out. Currently is broken. No cutscenes. Can't progress from the part with the soldier surrounded as the game loads you behind the invisible barrier. Imagine spending $25 on a game to get stuck behind an invisible barrier in the second level. Wow. I want to hurt these people. I haven't even bought the game. I'm not going to.
I was watching somebody and they're just like also talking about like it is an issue that Steam in general, like Steam's amazing, but there's no quality
quality control.
there's no
Not
quality
at all.
control. They'll just be
Oh, wait.
like,
Okay.
oh, some developers
I
just
found
like, hey, we have a
I
game.
found the best review with 0.3 hours on record. Their
boy.
review says, and I quote, "Game sucks. I go to bed."
I sleep.
Half-Life 3, I sleep. Hunt down the Freeman, real shit. Man, yeah, just if you ever want to feel better about yourself, just read the review section of this game. Because these people are ripping this game a new asshole.
You know what really
What's that?
sucks? Is because watching the trailer makes it look like a really good game.
This could have been the next.
Like the
next
trailer
Black
makes it
Mesa.
look
It
really.
could have been good. This is a disgrace to all Half-Life fans. Oh,
God, so much fucking potential, and they just said,
do not
fuck it.
buy it. Do not even dare to play it. You don't deserve or need to do that.
Don't deserve or
Half-Life 2 _ game over _ ally.
Oh my god, dude.
All
get
right.
fucked.
Well, what a shame. All right. Next topic.
Press up to...
Abortion. Yay! It's
Yay!
back. No, we're not doing that.
Can we please not? Okay.
So,
thank
like,
you.
if there was... Shut the fuck up, Tim. He's like, oh,
Tim's a fucking bitch.
I wanted
dude.
to talk about
What the
abortion.
fuck?
Here, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a Capri Sun
So,
pouch.
like, if Half-Life 3 was ever going to
Mind you,
exist,
everybody.
what would you want the game to be like?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
I only have one request for
'Cause
Half-Life 3,
I-
so I'll let you guys go first.
Because I never really played the first one, although I should probably get Black
can't
Mesa
believe you've done such a
because
thing.
that was pretty good.
You need to just get
Or
Half-Life
lack
Source
of.
at least. Like, you need to play the original because it is really good. Go on.
I did play Half-Life through.
Okay,
Too.
okay,
That was really
yeah.
good.
Fair.
It's really like overall, it's
That's
just
fuck
like
Alex. Yeah.
God
Continue.
damn it. Like, I will say that Half-Life 2 is good, but I wouldn't call it one of the best games.
No,
ever.
yeah.
Unpopular.
It's
unpopular
definitely
opinion.
not in comparison to the first one, especially. Go on.
But overall, yeah, just like I don't know, like Because at the very end of the latest episode, it's like a cliffhanger.
Yes, because they kill.
Oh my
What?
god.
Spoiler
Oh
alert
god.
for-
If you haven't played Half-Life 2 Episode 2 in the last fucking decade that it's been out, I'm sorry. I'm about to spoil it.
Hey, people get
I don't give a
mad for fucking spoiling, like...
You know, fair enough. You can get mad about it, but...
If it was like a newer game, like
yeah,
Far Cry
like
5
if I
or
was
something
shouting
like,
like Game of Thrones spoilers in here, maybe I could understand.
Oh my god, get your Twitch shut
Oh
down
yeah,
real quick.
people will report the fuck out of me if I tell them that fucking what's his name died. Anyways, so like, if you could envision what would be in Half-Life 3, what would the game be like? Tim was starting, I believe.
I'm just not sure because it was all going down. Like,
Yeah, everything was
they
going
were
to
attacking
shit.
the Citadel. Like, it's just hard to envision where they'd start out. Like, would it be like them trying to attack somewhere
Well,
else
you
again?
know,
Would they, like...
one of the former writers for Valve, who like quit, put out basically the manuscript for Half-Life 3, and what it was supposed to be. And it's basically
Well,
telling us we're never getting Half-Life 3 anyways. So
Could someone give like a this is how the game's gonna open up? Because if not, I could.
go ahead.
Like a good way for it. So, you and Alex are basically on a helicopter of some sort or some kind of flying mechanism.
Okay.
You're at the Aurora Borealis. Like you're there.
That's what Episode 3
About
was
to get
supposed to
off
be building up to. Yeah.
You get shot down. You get out, you start fighting.
Tim,
Excuse you, Tim, I'm
please.
fucking talking.
What the actual?
I'm trying to help the immersion. I'm sorry.
You're fucking my
Go
immersion.
on.
And essentially, you guys drop down. You start fighting Combine. All this crazy shit's going on, and excuse me. Something happens, like, in Half-Life 1, as Gordon Freeman, you put that big ass crystal into the what is it called?
The machine, yeah.
Yeah.
That causes the resonance
So
cascade. Yeah,
essentially, something along that lines is what's inside the Aurora Borealis. The
Aurora Borealis. Go on.
Inside the Borealis, and you and Alex are transported to this alien world for like a specific amount of time.
Right.
That sounds like something that'd be really interesting.
That's kind of similar to what I put in chat what Episode 3 was supposed to be, according to the original writer for Half-Life.
well, definitely.
So my only prerequisite for Half-Life 3, my only thing, I think me and Austin talked about this actually, my only thing that would absolutely have to happen for me to be satisfied, or rather for this series to finally stop, is Gordon Freeman must die. Like that's my end goal with Half-Life 3 episode or Half-Life 3 or Half-Life.
Killing the pro
Yeah,
tag?
absolutely, because you end the series indefinitely from there, unless they decide to make Alex a protagonist. But no one's gonna want to play Half-Life 4 if Gordon Freeman, the character we've been with since the beginning, is dead. No one's gonna want that.
True.
Like,
there's other titles that you could do that, but this is just not one.
No. Like with the Far Cry
Half-Life's
series.
been out since 1997.
And it's super highly regarded. Most of Valve's games are. So
yeah, like you were saying, Far Cry.
It's a change. It changes protagonists.
Every single game.
It's like the
Every
goddamn
single
fucking all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I don't give a shit what happens to any of the pro tags, because they're not going to be in the next movie anyway. Like, Freddy's the only character that constantly comes back, aside from like Nancy Langan, whatever the fuck her name was. But no one gives a shit about her. Fuck that stupid original casted bitch. Not her actress though, because she was hot in the 80s. She's probably not now. She probably has arthritis and Alzheimer's and all that shit. So,
hey, bone breaking is a fetish.
Chris, stop it. Or actually, Chris didn't say that. Wow, I'm impressed. Tim, stop it. one of you, stop it. Yeah, I don't know. And I also feel like nothing they could make could meet expectation unless they wait even longer to where we can be like teleported into video games like Tron type shit. Like I don't feel like they could release anything that could we'd be like, "Oh yay." Cuz what was really different about the episodes from Half-Life 2? Like they were basically the same game, just the story continuing, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
The only thing that really like gets people about the Half-Life series to this day is we don't even know who the Combine are still. Like nothing is explained about why this totalitarian world was created.
True.
And
all I've gathered is
it's hinted many times that the Combine are not. Well, the Combine aren't human.
We
Well,
also
I've
don't
never
know.
really
We also
seen
still
this.
don't know quite who the G-Man is as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Metro Police are volunteers. Metro Police are all
Mhm.
volunteers. They're all
Oh.
human. But the Combine themselves, like the military men that you go up against, they're all from other worlds.
Those are the guys with the red,
Because it's mentioned
the
many
red dots or
times.
whatever.
Yeah, the red dots, those are the elite troopers, but I'm just talking Combine in general, like the shotgun troopers you go up against, the regular ones with the blue eyes.
Yeah.
Like it's mentioned in episode 2, I remember, like when they create the portal around the now destroyed Citadel. They mention many times they're trying to create a portal back to their world. And that always caught me off guard because I'm always like, what world? I thought that they were all human. And then you also see throughout the game these posters or graffiti that shows a monkey's brain, and then it shows a Combine, and it's just all this wiring and just a bunch of electrical shit is what it looks like inside of the Combine mask.
True.
Well, the Combine, they associated with the aliens from the first one? Because isn't that them?
Because they turn into your allies in the second one, right?
The Vortigons do.
The Vortigons.
But that's
do.
because
they were
enslaved by the Combine.
slaves.
Yeah.
They didn't
The
have
thing
a
is, like the
choice.
Combine are sort of like the Covenant from Halo. They're like it's like a group of aliens, various kinds.
Let me see. I'm reading up on what they are.
Where the fuck did antlions come from?
They are a multi-dimensional empire. So You know, they probably just didn't get into anything about the Combine, and that's why we don't know.
Although it's a cool concept that like they're just like trapped on the planet, and for the most part they're just like, we just want to get out of here. We want to go home.
Join the fucking club, man.
I left my oven on.
What? Oh, you were memeing still. Okay, sorry. I thought you were being legitimate for a few
Constant
seconds.
memeing.
But yeah, no, that's just that's something that always caught my mind and like got my attention was, wow, okay, so if they're quite obviously not a part of this world, which is what the game continuously is referencing towards,
Yeah,
where
and
are they
Wallace
from,
Breen
and
is
when are we
supposed to
gonna
be
get an explanation?
Combine as well. Wallace
what?
Breen, the guy that led City 17, he's
yeah.
Combine. Like he's not human.
And we have no idea about
in
what
Epistle
happened
3
to him, except for that
well,
he
in
died.
Epistle 3, it actually reveals that he's not human. That was just like a vessel he was using. He's like the advisors that we see at the end of Half-Life 2 episode 2.
Oh my god, those fucking things.
So he's like one of them. But they couldn't get his I wouldn't say his soul, but you know, like him back into his original body, so he becomes one of those little grubs.
That explains why he was talking to them all the time and always like
Just he could understand them, but no one else can. Yeah, because he's a Combine.
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
dude, Pistol 3 answers
okay.
a lot of questions you can have about Half-Life. I don't think it talks about the
when
G-Man
you really think
still.
about it, you know. Well, there's nothing to fucking be said, dude. There's literally zero explanation from Valve.
Well, we know that he has
So it's all
benefactors. We know he works for someone, and we know that he's using us. So he obviously has like someone that he works for.
Could you imagine if this is all just a gigantic test? Like Gordon Freeman came in. He's not a doctor. He's a no one, but he signed up for this testing for like a virtual reality equipment, and it like taps into the neurons of your brain, and the government, which the person running this entire government-operated VR thing would be the G-Man in this case, is the one who's monitoring like all the test subjects, and Gordon Freeman is just another test subject. He just has been proven to be the most successful one that has been able to cope with it without dying or whatever. Holy shit! I just made a conspiracy.
It's only 10 o'clock, Austin.
Oh my God, I know, and I've only had 2 shots.
I think according to this manuscript that the guy put out, that Gordon lives in episode 3. But yeah, it just like it talks about a lot of shit in here. So, I think Alex beats the fuck out of Mossman at one point in that too.
Oh
yeah.
God.
She was working with the Combine or something. I don't know.
No, she was working.
No, I'm talking about in episode 3.
Breen specifically. Oh, she's dead.
Is she? She's mentioned a lot.
Yeah,
in
no,
3.
she died in.
Yeah.
Is she?
Or Dr. Moss. It might be like she might have a vessel just like Breen did. I don't know.
Maybe, because I know like at the end of Half-Life 2, you see her like turn against Breen.
Yeah.
And she helps you out. But I remember there's a video that like shows her dying because the Combine infiltrated like a secret rebel base that she was at.
Right.
Sharpen your.
I don't know, man.
It's
Bunch of
weird.
Conspiracies all over the goddamn place. Too much to keep up with. Yep, same.
All right. Well, we have 4 more minutes in the podcast. Who wants to carry?
I think
Chris
does.
carry.
What?
Talk about something.
Chris wants to talk about SAO.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, I didn't.
What's your opinion on it?
Well, I mean, I only watched the first season, so that was pretty cool.
How do you feel where everybody hates it, the show? Because the main character has no characteristics, is basically just Jesus, because he solves everything, and the fact that the 3 side characters had no point whatsoever, except to fall in love with Kirito.
What side characters?
Like there's like 3 episodes in a row where they had like 3 chicks.
You missed the joke.
Who?
What side characters?
God damn it.
Yeah, no, man, I don't know. The abridged version was fucking great. I love that shit. That shit ended my life. But fucking the regular one, like the actual show itself, that shit gave me stress, especially because I watched the abridged version first, and I was like, let's go back and watch the regular one and be a weeb. And that was a terrible idea, because the whole time I'm just sitting there thinking, why does Kirito sound like a fucking douchebag? The whole time he sounds like some jock that used to bully me in middle school. And then I realized,
that's the whole
I was talking
point.
to Tyler the other day, that's the most weeb shit ever, because it's actually not fully Japanese. And I thought I was lying, because I was like, what the fuck do you mean? It's anime, it's Japanese. But then I did a little research, and it's the most unpopular anime in Japan.
Yeah.
Surprising.
It's popular though. It is that.
It is. Well, all anime's popular, but it's just the least of all of them.
Yeah.
Continue with what you were gonna say, Tim.
Yeah. Do your thing.
Wait. Do my thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if you were gonna say something, but I kept interrupting you.
Oh, it's been to be fair, like Sword Art Online, if we all think about it, in the end, it'd get pretty fucking boring. Because there's only melee.
Right.
Yep.
You literally are just like, oh, I have a sword. Or like, your options are literally either using one sword or a sword and a shield. Because apparently dual wielding only belongs to one person.
It's me.
Yeah, it can only belong to like the person with the fastest reflexes, but only one person at a time, which happens to be the main character.
Okay. Plot
Which
convenience.
Which the show even fucks up in itself because you know the episode where like all those lower level people surround Kirito and they're all attacking him, right?
Yeah.
One of them has 2 axes.
Yeah, I did notice that actually.
So
Well, okay, I didn't notice it at the time.
Jesus.
Cause I was just like, he can dual wield. Why can't anyone else? Because I did the same thing that Austin did. I watched the abridged version first, and they didn't really explain anything about dual wielding. So I was just like, okay, I didn't think anything of it. And then at the end, they were explaining it, and I was like, wait a minute, I think I've seen someone else do it. Let me just look back real quick.
Well, the abridges is funny because they're just like, oh yeah, the characters are just like, oh yeah, I was able to start dual wielding after I killed that one guy who had it.
Yeah, so he made it seem like it was nothing special, so I was like, okay, never mind.
Never mind. I changed. Whatever, man. Just whatever.
Whatever.
Chris became uninterested in the show when the incest started.
I don't blame you.
Which wasn't really. It wasn't really incest. It was just the fact that the cousin was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in love with my stepbrother, who I forgot was my brother." So there was no like sexual interactions, thank God. But like it was just the simple fact of the.
And on that note, we're gonna go ahead and end the podcast, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Tune in next week for more incest.
Yes, plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pick up.
And we'll have new topics as well. So wait a few seconds. We're gonna be back with a Gmod stream. So see you guys then.